I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Happy Friday, everyone. Not sure if anybody is tuned in, but if you are tuned in, please drop me a comment and let me know that you're here. I'd love to be able to acknowledge you and to have a conversation with you. If you and I have not met yet, my name is Ingor, and I'm known as the Connection Catalyst. I help entrepreneurs and manufacturers develop a strategy so that they can stand out and connect with their ideal community. And if you've seen my intro video, you will have seen a word that's really not very well known in the Western world, and that is the word Ubuntu. Ubuntu is very near and dear to my heart. In fact, it is my guiding principle. I'd like to share with you the definition of Ubuntu. So, Ubuntu is an ancient African word meaning humanity to others. It is often described as reminding us that I am what I am because of who we all are. In short, it means I am because we are. Let's see who's in the comments. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you, James, for being here. Nice to see you. Awesome to have you here with me. Hope you're doing well and that you had a good week. Hello, Whitney. Yes, um, I so appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you. And hello, Raven. Raven is tuning in from Cape Town, ZA, South Africa. Whitney says she's tuning in from Sugarland, Texas. Oh my gosh, Aaron, hello. Thank you for tuning in. He says he's tuning in from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Go Canucks. Thank you for being here. And Kristen says, good afternoon, everyone. She's all the way in sunny South Africa. Yes, we're experiencing some gloomy weather today, but I will soon be on vacation in South Africa, so I'm looking forward to seeing you there, Chrislyn. Thank you. Hi, my sister. Katie says she's here. She's tuning in from the winter wonderland of North Central Wisconsin. I love chill and chat. I know. I haven't had one of these in a while. And she says, cute chat. Thank you. I'll show you the rest of it later. Oh my gosh. Aaron says, much appreciation for having me. Much appreciation that you're here. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Katie says, hey, are you rubbing it in, Chrislyn? Yes, honestly, they've been complaining about the heat. And every time they complain, my husband goes, yes, because we're going there soon. So it's going to be amazing. And then we have some networking in the comments. I love to see this. Hello, Rashid. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you here. Erin also says, sending love, light, and big burly hugs all around. Awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to check in. I don't have a guest today because this is usually what I do on the third Friday of every month. um, because I actually go to a networking event, and if anyone would like to join me, let me know, and I'll send you the link to register and come on over. Um, I meet with some amazing people. We're mostly entrepreneurs, but anyone is welcome. It is the virtual global tea break. So, if anyone would like to, I know Whitney, you had indicated that you would like to come, but I'm not sure if you have capacity for that today. Let me know, and I'll definitely send you the link to come on in and join us. Um, I just wanted to be able to chill and chat and, check in with my people today. So, uh, does anyone have a question for me? We can talk about connecting, building community, networking, and anything that you like as long as it's appropriate. So, no inappropriate questions, but I'm open to hearing from you and just having a conversation with you. Um, yeah. So Katie says, cute hair. Thank you. And Whitney says she'd like to do that sometime, but she doesn't have time today. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. So no problem. We can, if you like, after this, maybe next week sometime, I'll give you the link and you can register. And then what will happen is the next event, it'll just it will just come on. It will send you the link so that you can come and join. Oh my gosh, Whitney says, can you tell us more about your dogs? Okay. We have two dogs. They are cockapoos, and we got the first one. Um, the first one was a boy that we adopted. And by the way, I don't like dogs. I only like mine, I guess. But yeah, the first one was a boy, and by the way, I'm allergic. I'm allergic to dogs, but cockapoos are mostly hypoallergenic. So we were able to adopt Loki. He is um, Loki is obviously he's a male and he's black, and we named him Loki because um, he's black and he reminded us of Thor's brother in the Marvel comics, um, Loki, who wears black all the time. So we adopted Loki. And then, honestly, it was so crazy because about a month later, we decided to adopt another dog. Um, and we decided on getting a girl this time because my husband and I are raising three daughters. Um, and so we adopted this girl, and she was red and white, but mostly white. And so we named her Winnie, which means the light one. Yes, I did say Thor, Katie. Katie says, "Did you say Thor?" He heard you. Yes, I said Thor. Katie has a dog named Thor. So he heard me say that. Oh, that's too cute. Um, yeah, so we have these two dogs, and we've had puppies with them that have been adopted out. But yes, they're cockapoos. They don't grow very tall. I am about, I'll, I think in meters. Okay, so I'm 1.62 meters tall, which is about 5'3" and a bit. So just less than 5'4". And our dogs are about, I think, about knee height for me. So yes. I'll stop. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, Katie, you had another question. So, Katie asks, can you talk about why you went from networking ninja to connection catalyst? Okay. Um, so I went from networking ninja to connection catalyst because my focus is on others, on people. I love people, and I love to see them thrive in whatever capacity, whether it's personal, business, you name it, I've got you. And so networking ninja to me was a bit too much about me. And connection catalyst is about you, helping you grow your connection. And that's why I went from that, from networking ninja to connection catalyst. Thank you for your question. And Whitney says, how sweet. I'm guessing you're talking about the dogs. I know you love animals, Whitney. And somebody says, good morning, sliding in with coffee. Good morning, Gail. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you. Um, I'll share something actually about me. I quit coffee in the middle of October, and I haven't had a drop of it since. Um, I just felt that I was getting too addicted to coffee. So I stopped, and I'm glad I did because I see so many people enslaved to their coffee cups, including my husband. So, yeah, some networking happening. I love that. And Gail says, I almost took a puppy, but I know he went to a good home and I will continue to dog sit instead. Yes, I know. He did go to the one thing about what happened with our puppies. We actually interviewed all the people, and there were some people that we said no to, uh, just because we wanted to make sure that our dogs were going to a good home. So it wasn't just come and pick a puppy and go home with it. Nope. Good morning to you, my friend Russ Hedge. And I have to bend down and say, are you befuddled? You need to live the life you choose and get in touch with this gentleman. He will help you with that. Um, yes, I love to see you in the comments too, Russ. Thank you for being here. Love to see all the networking happening. Katie says she's on her second cup of coffee right now. Awesome. Whitney says, I wouldn't consider myself a dog person either, but I have really been wanting one this year. I can imagine it took a lot of convincing for my family to get me to say yes to dogs, to one dog. And then it was actually me that said, yes, we need to get a second one because we just didn't know what it would be like, whether I would continue to work from home or not, um, during the, because of the pandemic, right? So we didn't know what it would be like, and so we decided to get a second one for companionship for the other one. So that's why we did two. I'm laughing at Katie's comment. Oh my gosh. She says, you're weird, Inga. Quitting coffee. No. I just, I don't know. I think, I think it's just, I did it for myself to show myself that I could do something that I put my mind to. Because I really was becoming enslaved to it. Um, and that's not normal for me. I would usually only have about one cup a day. And after I had COVID, actually, I've been having a hard time focusing. And so I started drinking more and more coffee. And I would have to have at least 2 cups, whereas usually I didn't. It was one a day at the most. So that's why I quit. Russ says you gotta have coffee. I know, I know. Sometimes, like when I smell it, I do miss it. I do, but I know that it's not good for me, so I don't want to have it anymore. Thank you, Katie. Cheers. I will cheers you with my water. I started actually uh drinking hot chocolate because of it, and that's not good either. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I need to get a copy. Um, Russ, my 7-year-old Lana read this book before me because she came to me one day and said, "Mom, did you know XYZ about Russ Hedge?" And I was like, "What? How do you know this?" And she said, "I read it in his book." I was like, "What?" But yeah, she did. So I'm sure she will love the children's version of Befuddled. Yes. Yes, we need to know more about that, Russ. That's awesome. Devin James Stinson. I think I've seen his name somewhere. I think he's friends with Dr. Noopy, actually. That's where I've seen his name. But that's awesome. He says he's collaborating with him. So that's cool. I also have a children's book coming out soon. It's right now it's with the illustrator. He's brought it to me for revision, and hopefully it'll be published soon. I was hoping to publish it before we left for South Africa so that Lana would be able to give a copy to some of her cousins. But I don't know if that's going to happen right now. I think the timeline is too tight. So, Katie says she quit wine. Good job. That's really good. Hello, ABD. He says he's tuning in from Paris. Thank you for being here. Nice. Whitney, yes, it was brain fog, COVID brain fog. Yeah. And I still struggle with it sometimes. If I'm not well rested, I have an issue with focusing. So, yes, coffee is what makes you love video. Oh my gosh. So, I guess I'm back to hating video now, right, Russ? Oh, you're funny. Oh my gosh. So, Laura Morlando says, "Good morning. I had to quit coffee per my doctor's guidance, so I switched to 100% chicory. No caffeine and felt like I was still having coffee. Not sure if I really want to do that because I have I've had stints over the years where I stopped drinking coffee, but then I ended up drinking it again. So I feel like I shouldn't um, I shouldn't, tempt myself." Wow, Katie says she drinks a liter of water a day on top of her liter of coffee. Oh my gosh. David James Stinson does Dr. Noopy Aurora's brand story. Yes. Okay. That's cool. That is cool. Uh, Katie says she's working with a friend, neighbor who is a teacher, artist, and children's museum director on some kids' books. Yes, I can't wait. I really can't wait. There's so many kids' books actually in my community that's being written right now. I love it. I love it. I love to see this. Thank you. Oh, um, everyone who thinks, Inga, we need to connect if we are not already connected. You're on LinkedIn or reach out to russhedge.com. Yes. Whitney says, "I drink decaf now. I love having a hot cup of coffee in the morning." Does decaf still have a percentage of caffeine though? I think I read that somewhere. But good for you. As you know, I don't know. It just depends. I think anything in moderation is not bad. So Yes, don't miss out on the global tea break this morning if anyone wants to join us. And thank you, Russ. And I will be wrapping up soon. So, does anybody have any other questions for me? It's 10 minutes till the time that I want to wrap up. So I have a few more minutes. If you have some more questions, let me know. So, and by the way, if you are not subscribed to my newsletter and you would like to, um, please let me know. I think you can actually find it. It's pinned in my profile on LinkedIn, and it's a LinkedIn newsletter. And I have more than 2,000 subscribers already, so I'm excited to see what the year has ahead for us. Russ says his comment was supposed to say, everybody who thinks Ingor is awesome needs to connect with me. Oh my gosh. Yes, connect with Russ. And I always say this, but I'll say it again. If you're in the comments, connect with one another. You won't be sorry. Whitney says decaf has a minimal amount of caffeine, but I don't notice it. Ah, I see. Okay. Russ says, what one, I guess he's saying, what is my number one goal as the connection catalyst? Um, my number one goal as the connection catalyst is really to help more people. And I know I sound right like Russ Johns, but it's true. I want to be able to connect people to each other, to see that networking, not just in the comments, but I want to see my friends become friends with one another. That is my biggest goal for this year. And also, I'm striving to meet with more people. So yeah, I've been doing that a lot for this since this year started. I've really been on a lot of networking calls, and it's been awesome. Whitney says, "How long will I be in South Africa?" I'll be there for 2.5 weeks, Whitney. So next week, I'm having a live episode interviewing one of our friends. But then I will have two episodes that have been pre recorded and airing while I'm gone on the 3rd and the 10th of February. But then I travel back on Valentine's Day. So it's not long at all. I travel back on Valentine's Day, flying through the US and getting back here on the 15th. So I think the 15th is a Wednesday. So I will have a show on the 17th, even if it's just a few minutes to check in with all of you. So let me see. Gail says, I've been doing much peopling this week, a term about in person connecting with people. I realize how it energizes me, but then need to take rest too. Shout out to Jim Fuse for the new term. It's actually a thing too. Yeah. And strangely enough, I was actually talking to somebody yesterday, and I said to him, I'm an ambivert. And he looked at me and he's like, what? I said, I'm an ambivert. And he's like, what does that mean? Well, it means that I am not an introvert and I'm not an extrovert. I'm somewhere in between. And being an ambivert, I have my moments where I'm really social, and then I have my moments when I'm tired and I just need to take a rest. And so by the time Friday hits, I'm usually knackered because, especially after I've had my show, you guys energize me, and I love to interact with all of you. And then, it's like my candle gets blown out. Katie says, I will really miss you when you're gone. I'll miss you too. I'll miss you too, my sister. Thank you. Russ says he can't type this morning. But Russ, it's early. It's so early. It's not even 7 o'clock for you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, you did not just say that. Whitney, Russ says decaf is not real coffee. Oh my gosh. Katie says, Russ, did you forget your coffee? Oh my gosh. I know. I'll miss you guys too. I really will. And I'll strive to stay in touch and keep you in the loop with what's happening on that side. As much as I can. South Africa at the moment is going through a lot of load shedding, which is electricity being scheduled off. So I won't always have access to electricity. And that's not always a bad thing, to be honest with you, especially when it's hot. I'll be spending a lot of time outdoors anyway, not really at home. Whitney says, it doesn't take much peopling for me to be worn out. I hear you, Whitney. Katie, I don't know that I'll be able to answer you just because I might not have Wi-Fi. And the last time I was in South Africa, I roamed like home, and I paid worse than home. So I want to try to keep my expenses down and maybe not do that. Russ, Whitney says, but it's better than nothing. I tried tea in the morning for a while, but it's not the same. I know. You should try hot chocolate. It's it's even better than a cup of coffee. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Russ is laughing. Laura says, thank you for connecting me to Michael Paderana. We had a fabulous discussion that was so eye-opening. Yes, I spoke to him yesterday and he told me, I'm so glad you spoke with him. He's awesome. He's awesome. It can be a bit intimidating because when you speak to somebody that sees so much and reads so much, um, it's a little scary, but it's good. We need to we need to open our eyes and really see ourselves before we can live up to our truest potential. So, Katie says coffee is decaffeinated with chemicals. Like formaldehyde. Coffee was made by God to work as it does. Oh my gosh. Katie, you and me both. I love people as well. You guys. Whitney says, Katie, what? I didn't know that. I do decaf because of my medication. I hear you. I know that's a little scary. Gail, I need to sit up so that I can see and you can see me. I had to go look into the caffeine issue, laugh out loud, which was more caffeine decaf, which has more. Oh, no. Stop. You're spoiling this for me. Seriously, she says, which is more caffeine, decaf coffee or hot chocolate? Yet, compared to decaffeinated coffee and tea, a cup of hot chocolate may seem to have slightly more caffeine. Thanks. However, the majority of tea and coffee beverages will have considerably more caffeine, with almost 3 to 4 times more in tea and up to 6 times more in coffee. Thanks, Gail. I love hot chocolate. Oh my gosh. Oh. Katie says, I used to be a barista, not Batista. Oh my gosh. Whitney's sharing a link. She says, this is so interesting. A non chemical way to decaffeinate coffee. Awesome. Yeah, we need to look into that, Whitney, because I really don't want to be taking in caffeine. So, um, actually, on one hand, I actually do. I with my hot chocolate, I make it myself with cocoa. Um, so it's not like the purchased hot chocolate. And Whitney says, yes, I should have known you would know that. Ah, and hello to you, Mohammed. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you. And I'm at 30 minutes, but I'll share something that happened for the Connection Catalyst this week. I hosted a Twitter chat with Social Trust about building community on LinkedIn. And if you'd like to, you can go back to my profile and you'll be able to read the questions and answers that I provided. That was awesome, and thank you. Shout out to you, Whitney, for being there, and you, Katie. I so appreciate you guys for, and Gail as well, for being there with me. And also, I hosted a Twitter Spaces where I was basically interviewed by the host. So that is an audio file that is still on Twitter, and you can go back and listen to it if you like. Um, and then one more thing, I got to teach a class for a group of people yesterday on building community on LinkedIn. So that was awesome. It was a really neat experience because this was a group of people that I would never have been part of. And I was invited to speak. I was invited to speak at this event last night as a result of showing up in person at a trade show. So that was awesome. Katie says, and that's a wrap. Yes. Whitney says, yes, your social trust chat was so good. Thank you. I appreciate you for being there, Whitney. Thank you. Hello to you, Vicente. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. So lovely to see you. And hello. And Mohammed says, hi, I'm from Bangladesh. Here in winter, best time for coffee also. I'm a coffee brewer. Oh, that's cool. I actually make coffee for my husband every day, and that includes grinding the beans and brewing the coffee. No instant for him. He's a coffee connoisseur. But I still don't drink it. Yeah, I'm just at that point now. And yes, shout out to Deb Coleman. She's an awesome, awesome lady. And if you're not connected with her, she is on LinkedIn as well as on Twitter. Katie says, I just learned about social trust chat. I'm so happy about that. Yes, we need to support her more. It's an amazing community. Katie, Whitney says, Katie, social trust is a nice chat, and Deb is wonderful. Yes, she is. Gail says, you are rocking it, Ingor. Twitter is fabulous. And shout out to Deb Coleman and Social Trust. Yes. Oh my gosh. Aaron says, such a beautiful time. Thank you for having me. Big burly hugs to you and to you. And Aaron, let's connect. Um, I'd love to be able to meet you. I see you're on fire on social as well. And Gail says goodbye. She's off to the global tea break. Oh, and Dave is on Instagram too. Awesome. Thank you, Whitney, and thank you everyone for being here. It's always such an invigorating experience just to spend a little bit of time with you. So I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your Friday and a beautiful weekend ahead. Be blessed, and I'll see you back here next week for another episode of Inspiration from Ingor. Um, Whitney, Katie says we should support that chat group. We could really rock it. Yes, we could rock it. No pun intended, Katie. And Whitney says, yes, let's do it. I attend most weeks on Monday, but can't always do the spaces on Wednesday. Yes, please. Actually, Whitney, please tag me in or send me a reminder if you don't see me there. I'd love to be able to support her. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I will see you next week for another episode of Inspiration from Ingor. Be blessed and take care for now. I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here?